Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be looking at this simple Olympiad maths problem. So the question says solve 2 exponent x raised to the power of 2 divided by 2 exponent 5x is equal to 1 over 64. So for me to solve this, I'm going to apply some laws of indices. I'm going to apply this division law. Remember this law: if you have a raised to the power of m divided by a raised to the power of n, so this is equal to, because a is common, which is the base, I'll pick 1 and subtract the exponent. So this is the law. Okay, this is the law. Okay, so I'm going to apply it here. So I'll write 2, I'll pick 2 because 2 is common. The base is common. I'm going to subtract the exponent, which is x squared minus 5x is equal to 1 over 64. So this and this are actually the same because of this law. So the next thing to do is apply this negative index law. That is 1, for instance, 1 over a is the same thing as a raised to the power of minus 1. So this is another law called negative index law. So I'm going to apply it here. 1 over 64. So I'm going to have 2 exponent x raised to the power of 2 minus 5x is equal to 64 raised to the power of minus 1. Okay, now this can be written as 2 raised to the power of x squared minus 5x is equal to, then this 64 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 6 is 64. So it can be written as 2 raised to the power of 6. Then remember there is exponent here times by minus 1. This thing, the goal is just to make this number to have the same base as this. So that they can cancel out. So this is equal to 2 raised to the power of x squared minus 5x is equal to, this is exponent, this is exponent. So they're going to multiply each other. 6 times minus 6, so you have minus 6. So you can see this will be able to cancel out this. So I will now pick the exponent. X squared minus 5x is equal to minus 6. This is quadratic equation. So this can be written as x squared minus 5x. Then I'll move minus 6 across to the left hand side and it will become plus 6, then equal to 0. 0 is left behind there. So now what do I need to do again? I'm going to solve using factorization method, or by the use of a quadratic formula, or by the use of completing the squares method. So I'm going to use factorization method. So factorization method, I'm going to look for two numbers that will give me minus 5 when I add them, but will give me plus 6 when I multiply them. The two numbers are minus 3 and minus 2. Remember that if you add minus 3 plus minus 2, that's minus plus is minus, so that's going to give minus 5. But if you multiply them, minus 3 by minus 2, minus times minus is plus. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so you can see when you add the two numbers, minus 3 and minus 2, you're going to get minus 5. But when you multiply them, you're going to get plus 6. So the two numbers are minus 3 and minus 2. So what I need to do next is to replace this middle term, minus 5x, with the two numbers. Okay, so this becomes x squared minus 3. Remember, we're dealing with x as a variable, so I'm going to put minus 3x, then minus 2x, then before the quadratic constant, which is plus 6, is equal to 0. So what I'm going to do next is to factorize this. Okay, so I'm going to put bracket here, bracket here, bracket here, and bracket here to enable me factorize. So now I'm going to look for the common factor between x squared and minus 3x. So the common factor, something that can divide across them, that's what I mean, and bring it out of the brackets. So this is going to be x. X is the common factor because x can divide x squared to give x, because x times x is x squared minus 3x divided by x is going to give me 3. X times 3 is going to give 3x. Okay. Now, so what can divide across here is actually minus 2. So bringing minus 2 out, I'm going to have x here, because minus 2 times x is going to give me minus 2x. So, and there is plus sign here. Minus, if you put minus here, minus times minus is plus. So what will remain here when 6 divided by 2 is 3? So, and if you say 2 times 3 is going to give 6. Minus times minus is plus. So the common factor there is minus 2 is equal to 0. So you can see this and this are common. I'm going to pick one. So I'll have x minus 3, and I'll pick this one, x and minus 2. Equate them to 0. So I'm going to equate all of them to 0. So remember, this is the same thing as x minus 3 is equal to 0, and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So now to find the value of x here, I'm going to make it the subject of the formula. That will be x is equal to 0 plus 3. Remember that this is minus 3 here. As it crosses equal sign, it becomes plus 3. And 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. The same thing is going to be done here. So this is x is equal to 0 plus 2. That will give me 2. So the values of x is equal to 3 or 2. So answer. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you for watching.